Hello, I have another book review for you guys. This is Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. This is book one in, I think it's called the Bill Hodges series. I had read The Outsider, which is apparently like book four, and I didn't know it was book four until after I read it. But I've also heard that it's more of a companion than a part of the series, but whatever. If you've seen my review for that one, you know that Holly was one of my favorite characters. And it had been not that long, maybe like a month since I read that. But I guess I'm just that bad with names or whatever. And so it didn't occur to me that Holly was the one that was my favorite character when I started reading this. And the beginning of this book, like through most of the book, she is such a different person than she was in that other one. And you can see in this book how she's turning into that person. And it's really cool. So I have a bug bite. I'm sorry. It itches. Mosquitoes, crazy. So this one is about this serial killer, mass murderer, attempted terrorist dude, and this ex-detective named Bill Hodges. And then there's also Holly, and there's Jerome, who's like his neighbor, and if you like murder mysteries, it's really good. One of the other things I really enjoyed about it. Oh, I gave this 4 stars, by the way. I just finished it, so I'm a little out of it. One of the other things I really liked about this was you get 2 perspectives. You get the detective's perspective and the killer's perspective. And you're trying to see if he'll catch the killer and everything. I'm probably not telling you about it very well. But look up the description. It's really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I think I enjoyed The Outsider just a titch more, but I like the ending of this a lot better than I did of The Outsider. So sorry I'm comparing them, but they do kind of go together. I also noticed there was an obvious reference to one of his other books, It, in here. They mentioned the movie. And there is also a reference that you probably wouldn't get if you haven't read it to one of his books, Cell. And I don't know if he wrote this before or after Cell, if it's a coincidence, if it was intended to be a reference. But Cell is the only Stephen King book I'd read for a while because I thought they were all horror books and I don't read those. But when I read Cell, of course, because it's kind of dystopian. That was the first one I read. I read The Outsider last month, and I don't know if I've read any others or not, but I realized that he has a lot more, they're not so much horror, they're just, like, supernatural or mysteries or other things, and those I'm fine with. I can handle that. Give me all the blood and gore and guts, I'm good. But something creepy that I can over-imagine outside my window, no, I'm not going to sleep for a week. So I have been reading a bit more Stephen King. I don't remember what point I was making. What point was I making? Oh, yeah. But Cell was the first book that I read, and I did notice a reference to that in this. Like I said, I don't know which one came first, but that was cool. I like the cover. I know you're gonna think I'm crazy when I say this, but I think it's cute. Because of the little references to the book and everything, and then with the blood. Like I said, blood and gore all day. I'm fine. Oh, if you've read this, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm really, really glad the dog didn't die. Like, I would have been heartbroken. I don't handle that well. I was really sad that the baby died. But I would have been, like, really sad if the dog died too. Like, I was just hoping that wouldn't happen. It didn't. I'm still getting my voice back, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know of anything else off the top of my head that I want to say about it. I covered most of it. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I would recommend it if you like murder mysteries and stuff. Just be aware there's, like, cussing and some content warnings, I suppose. It's not nearly as bad as it could be. Like, if you've read Brian Keene, this is nothing. but I would give it a somewhere between PG-13 and R, you know, kind of thing. Not counting language, because language is like a different category in my head. But yeah, it's good. If you like murder mysteries or excuse me. Private detective, even though he's not one, or like ex-cop type detective-y stories, it's good. There's some mental health representation in this, since that's what everybody talks about is the representation. There's some mental health representation in this that seemed to be pretty good. It's not anything that I deal with in a way that I deal with it, but it seemed to be done well. You can take me to task for that if I'm wrong, but I said I can't think of anything else. It was a good book. I enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or opinions, let me know down in the comments. I would love to discuss it with you as always. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe. I plan on definitely reading the next book, and I will probably be doing a video on that as well. And if you haven't already, check out my book on The Outsider. My book? Not my book. I don't write books. My video on The Outsider that I already did. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.